Obsessed is just another word the lazy use to describe the dedicated. Am I right? I'm right, am I? I should be right. All right. So recently I've been planning to do a video on my daily drivers for the gym. What that basically means is the shoes that I wear on a regular basis to the gym. And then these came out. Let's check them out. Okay, these are the version 2 of the F Lite 260s by Inov-8. So these shoes are version 2 of the F Lite 260s, which is a staple in the Inov-8 lineup for conditioning and versatile training, which is a long and short way of saying they are CrossFit shoes. Inov-8 has been in the CrossFit space for many, many years and actually way ahead of other brands that you see as staples in the CrossFit community. This version of the F Lite 260s were designed with Scott Panchik, who is a veteran CrossFit Games athlete who's actually retired recently. Scott had been working with the brand on and off for a year before announcing his retirement, and these shoes are an homage to not just his career, but the things he would have wanted to see in a pair of shoes that were going to come out for CrossFit athletes. My impressions of these shoes, I mean, obviously being brand new and they smell great, is they look amazing. The color code is just perfect on these. There are other color codes on the website, but with the women having a pink sole and men having a blue sole, I'll find that a bit cliche. And then of course, everyone gets an all black version. If that's your jam, that's the one for you. So this video is primarily a first impressions and the first look that I'm gonna get to have with these shoes. They have a breathable upper mesh, which is good for working out in climates like I live in, where you're in the desert. They have a wider toe box, which is what I look for when I look for a pair of training shoes to have as my daily driver. They've got a toe protector for when you're a bit aggressive with your burpees, the way I am. If you know what I'm talking about, it's because you've seen the LEMS video. If you haven't seen the LEMS video, check out my channel, like and subscribe. The upper to these shoes is made of a breathable mesh, which is flexible and should not create any hot spots when you're training in them, and should be a lot easier to break in than maybe some other pairs of shoes that you can get in the market. So the one thing I noticed straight away when I got these shoes was the embossing in the heels. And if you look at them carefully, you can see that the heel of the shoe is protruding, and this is to help you with handstand push-ups against the wall. So the other really cool thing about these shoes is the sole of the shoe actually looks like an anatomical foot, which shows you how your toes are supposed to actually lay out in shoes when you're wearing them, which is properly splayed out to give you maximum grip on the floor and to use all toes when you're doing lifts. The toe box is a little bit wider, which I like because I get to splay out my toes, as well as having a toe box protection, which is a TPU layer for doing really aggressive burpees, which I tend to do. I go toe first when I do really, really fast burpees in a workout. The laces I'm not too much of a fan of, only because in my experience, wearing flat laces like this means that even sneezing, they're gonna come undone. So I guess I'll be double knotting them for any classes that I wear them in. An interesting fact, the reason they're called the F Lite 260s is because the shoes are supposed to weigh 260 grams. So these shoes come in at 318 grams for me. That's probably because they take that weight from a smaller men's size shoe, maybe a 9 US. What would I want to wear these for? Well, apart from just my daily driver in the CrossFit class, I want to try and do a little bit heavier lifts than possible. As far as running in these shoes, I wouldn't consider them long distance running shoes. Anything under 800 meters, I'm more than happy to wear these with. If there's anything particular you'd like to know about these shoes, hit me up in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to get any questions from you. You can email me or follow me on social media, where I will be updating you guys on how these shoes go before the full review comes out in a couple of weeks. And until then, I'll try and encourage you just to be a little bit better than you were yesterday.
Is that done?
I think it's done. I mean, I rushed that one, but I think it's done. Yeah, we're done.